Hello, everyone. You got Douglas Browning here. On my channel, I talk all things horror, including books and movies. If that sounds like something you like, please give me a like and a subscribe. Today, we're talking Peter Benchley's novel, Jaws. Chief of the Amityville Police, Martin Brody, is falling apart thanks to the presence of a massive and violent shark. People in his town are dying, and the only thing he can do is close the beach. He faces pressure from the mayor as well as the mafia to reopen the beach, even though he knows deep down it isn't safe. The town desperately needs income from out of towners for the 4th of July. Also, young shark expert Matt Hooper arrives in town to help, but his main contribution is having sex with Brody's wife, Ellen. So, yeah, Steven Spielberg's masterpiece Jaws is actually an adaptation of the 1974 novel by Peter Benchley. Jaws was Benchley's first novel, and it took an entire decade for him to write. As a writer, he made it around the loop, so to speak. He not only wrote speeches for Lyndon B. Johnson, but was also an editor at Newsweek as well as a screenwriter. This novel is drastically different from the film, digging deep into Brody's character and offering the shark as a catalyst to all of his woes. One cannot mention the novel Jaws without at least a brief discussion of the book's opening. The movie starts with a first person view of the shark swimming through the water, which is awesome, stalking its first victim. In the book, we get an actual description of the shark as well, and it's chilling. Benchley compares the shark's movement to a bird's, along with a haunting visual of the facial features. We even get a hint of thought from the primitive shark's brain. This kind of description occurs a few times throughout the book, and it makes the shark more than just an inanimate killing machine, but maybe like a mysterious slasher like a Jason Voorhees or a Michael Myers. Aside from Brody's wife's affair, something else excluded from the film was the scene that brought Brody's conflict with the mafia to a head. Of course, they wanted the beach open, people spending money in town so they could resume their crooked mafia stuff. An individual showed up at Brody's house and snapped the family cat's neck in front of Brody's son, leaving Brody with the memorable line, "They murdered my fucking cat." I can see why they left this out of the film, but it does illustrate the strain Brody and his family have been put under thanks to keeping the beach closed. As mentioned, perhaps the biggest pressure of all, aside from maybe the shark, is that of Brody's marriage to Ellen, which is also overlooked in the film. There's a theme here of old and rugged versus young and sophisticated, and Brody is definitely on the old and rugged side. Ellen, on the other hand, has this sort of yearning for the past and absolute need to be young again, and it comes off as selfish and childish. Thanks to the shark, Brody is spending a great deal of time away from his family. Also, thanks to the shark, the very young and sophisticated shark expert, Matt Hooper, enters the picture. Ellen knows Hooper because she once dated his older brother a long time ago, and in her desire to be young again, she takes an immediate interest in Hooper, whom she calls Matthew throughout the book, and always has since she first knew him. This leads to an affair that creates a great deal of sympathy for Brody and also disgust on the part of Ellen and Hooper. I won't give away the ending of the book, but it is different from the film. The book attacks this topic in a manner that focuses on Brody's life problems being amplified by the presence of this menacing shark more so than the blood-curdling violence of the shark itself. Reviewers from Goodreads rate this at a collective 4 stars out of 5. Amazon readers have it at 4.5 stars. Me, I can't rate this any less than 5 stars. The film was spectacular, but the novel is much more dark and complex than the film. Also, there's a deeper sense of sympathy for our hero Brody. If you're a reader of the horror genre, or any genre for that matter, including literary stuff, you have got to read this. The writing itself is direct and gritty, which works well for this type of story. Also, this is more than just a slasher in the water. It's a slasher where the villain wreaks havoc on a man's personal being, and the only way to redeem himself is through the death of the shark. Thanks again for stopping by. If you enjoyed my quick review, please give me a like and a subscribe. If you have a different opinion, please let me know below in the comments. Thank you.